G'day, Josh here with another episode of Don't Mind the Grind. Since I last updated you guys on my team, there have been some changes. I'm now sitting at a 78 overall, which has certainly been helping grinding Showdown. If you did catch my live stream about a day and a half ago now, you would have noticed that there had been some upgrades and I walked through the lineup then. For those that haven't already seen it, I've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as my starting point guard. I really like his height, 6'6", quite handy with steals. Not a great shot, but I'm primarily shooting with JJ Redick and Chris Middleton anyway. I've also got Kevin Knox, who's been a surprising beast on the boards. I pulled that Anthony Davis in last episode of Don't Mind the Grind, so obviously using him. I still can't get that elite Hal Horford to sell, which sucks. I also recently pulled that Mo Bamba you see on the bench. As an Orlando Magic fan, I had to stick him on the bench, and it meant that I could sell the Steven Adams that I did have in that position. And to go through the rest of the bench, I got DeJounte Murray, Klay Thompson, Robert Covington, and Marvin Williams. And of course, Eric Spoelstra as my coach, primarily for the fan boost, just for grinding Showdown. I'm not too concerned about the shot block there. So I do, if we go to Showdown, I have fully unlocked the boost. I get the plus 50% boost. So let's jump into a Showdown match here. I do need to still win 2 Showdown matches for my daily objectives. At this point in time, I'm definitely doing all of my daily objectives. It's free cash. The other rewards aren't fantastic, but it's 30 cash a day. You do that for 10 days, it's 300 cash. You do it for 100 days, it's 3K. So across the course of an NBA season, or season 3 of NBA Live Mobile, it's like a massive store bundle. It's probably close to 10K worth of free cash if you can keep the grind up. So definitely make sure you're doing your daily objectives. You're going to be doing most of them just by playing the game regularly anyway. So go out of your way to do the extra little bits to finish it off, because you get most of that free NBA cash by completing all. I think that gives you 20. We do bring our first 3 there, which is a bit disappointing. Oh, how is that goaltending? Really frustrating that hasn't been fixed yet. That is not goaltending, that is a block dunk. Okay, let's try Redick again. This Redick, hopefully he lives up to it. He's been an absolute beast for me since upgrading from Manu Ginobili. You could see that Klay that I had on my bench. I picked him up from the auction house, but you were able to buy that Golden State Warriors pack. I think it's still in the store actually. So someone had bought that pack and sold it. I bought it for just over 30K, and he was not that good. He was very slow and he would miss way more often than he would make shots. It was really surprising and really frustrating, but Redick has been fantastic. And so far Redick has hit 2 of his first 3 shots, which is exactly what you want. I'll show you guys a little bit of Chris Middleton's shooting as well. They're both fantastic 3-point shooters for gold players. And given that 3 points is worth more than 2, that is what I base my strategy around. So let's find Middleton. We'll run up to the top corner this time. And hopefully splash that. Perfect timing. It does rim out. But you can see that I'm still getting 67% on that release. It was an open shot. So 2 out of 3 times they're going to make their threes. It's gold players. That's the rating. It is what it is. We're not at the end of season 3 where everyone has super OP lineups. We're at the start of season 3 where everyone is still definitely building their lineup. So let's go back to Middleton. He shouldn't miss 2 in a row, and he doesn't. So we do have 9 points on the board with a minute to go. Hopefully we can hold the opponent to just the 4 that they've already got. We'll be a little bit more patient on defense. Ooh, double team, don't foul, and we don't. But oh, that low pass. It's so hard to block that pass right down low. And even though I'm using a defensive coach, my inside defense doesn't seem very good, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that's just because I'm using a bunch of gold players. Middleton has missed 2 now, so we will go back to using Redick. Yeah, hopefully for our final 2 shots. Hasn't been a very high scoring quarter, that is for sure. We've missed as many as we've made at this point. Usually the average will be around the 67% that we see, and luckily we get the ball there. But our current rate of fire is exactly 50%. So hopefully Redick can fix that for us right now. We're going to rush this one in the hope that we get one final possession just because of how low. Oh, another miss. We do get the board. As I said, Knox is quite a rebounding beast for a gold. We will hold for the final possession now, and hopefully we can get this one to go. Finally get another make. Only 12 points, 6-point margins, not great, but hopefully that's enough to win us that particular showdown match. And it is. Our opponent actually got outscored by our AI, which is great. You can see there that upgrading to that 78 has definitely made an impact to performances, both in terms of me and my opponent having to face a stronger AI. And of course, we get that overall boost, or the advantage, disadvantage is usually in our favor with a 78 lineup. And this is going to be a massive, this will be like a 10%, maybe 15%. Let's see, we'll see in a second. Oh, it's a 3%. That's super weird. So they've actually tweaked those. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Unless it, maybe because we're so low at this point, still 78 overall, maybe that's why the percentage advantage is so low. Maybe once we start getting up to like 95 overall, that'll be a bit different, like towards the end of last season, I'm not sure. All right, let's see if we can show you guys a steal. Whoa, offensive foul. I guess that was a moving screen somewhere. I did not see that, but I will never complain about getting given the ball for free, because that is essentially what happened, and hopefully Chris Middleton can make him pay. Another miss from Chris. Well, I did hype him up a little bit, and he's not living up to it. You'll just have to take my word for it that he's usually a bit better than that. Oh, is that off Golden State? It is. So we get another turnover there. Nicely contested shot. We're going to go straight back to Redick. Hopefully he can continue his hot streak for us, make more than he misses. Right in the corner, another perfect release. The larger perfect release zone this season, if you're open, is really nice. I definitely feel like I make more open shots and more perfect timing, or more perfectly timed shots, I guess is what I'm trying to say, this season compared to last, just because of that circle being a little bit larger if you are wide open. And of course, as I always say, I find it quite easy to be wide open in the corner, and another wide open, perfectly timed release, and another splash from Redick. 9 points on the board, and we get the steal with Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, let's try Middleton again. Can he hit it? He's so open, he has to splash out. He does. So this is as many points as we put up last time, but we do have over half of the showdown quarter left, and our opponent is on much less points. As I say that, another inside pass that I'm unable to do anything about. It does get a little bit frustrating. All right, Chris. Oh, what is that? I hate it when that happens. I don't know what causes it, but the shot meter, whoa! I just realized I was super out of bounds, and we got that to drop. That was a deep three. I don't know why all of a sudden I was out of bounds, but I'm very glad that shot dropped, because I was not really paying enough attention, and it could have very easily missed. It wasn't a very smart shot to take. Oh, how did we miss that rebound though? How did we miss that rebound? All right, 48 seconds. I feel confident that we can catch, shoot, that's open. Yeah, I feel confident that we can get to 20. That's what I was about to say, and I'm certainly even more confident of it now. 40 seconds. We don't currently have possession, so it's not quite that long, but we definitely got at least one more, if not two more possessions to get another 2 points, essentially, to get to 20. And I feel like we can get 3 right here. Oh, that's a 2. Toe on the line. Well, there's the 20. And we have exactly 24, 23, 22. We're going to have not long. We should have enough to get one final possession when we finally get the ball. Come on. Block that. Oh, no. All right, so we do have 13 seconds to wrap up this quarter. We will use Redick. This should be a comfortable win. If the opponent was to overcome this deficit, they would have well deserved the win, and it would be hard to be upset about that. So right on the siren, right in the corner, perfect timing, and another JJ Redick splash. This JJ card is really solid. So 23 points to 8. That's a pretty great showdown quarter. But obviously we had a big overall advantage on the opponent, and we comfortably win that. So we have ticked off our showdown daily objectives today. And that'll wrap up this. Actually, we'll just go and have a look at that store pack. I'm not entirely sure what that is or whether it will be worth it, but let's have a sticky nose anyway. Which is an Australian slang term, by the way, for those of you that have no idea what I just said. We'll claim our bonus pack too. Let's rip into that first, because that one I am 100% opening. Hopefully we can get a silver or better. Oh, we do get a silver. I'll take that. It's better than a bronze. So the Showdown Legendary pack is $47 Australian. So I'm not buying that. That's a little bit too pricey for me. That is it for today's episode of Don't Mind the Grind. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I will certainly continue it. I'm having fun producing lots of NBA Live Season 3 content actually.